up? It's me. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about a few things that I've learned from the past year, which is 2018, and how to make my life a little bit better by keeping in mind some of the things that I've learned. So if you guys want to know what I've learned for the past year, then stick around and watch the video until the very end. So the first thing I've learned in 2018 is to not dwell on things, and I've realized in the past few years that I tend to dwell on things, especially when things don't go my way, and it makes my day a bad day. You know, at the end of the day, you try and, at least I do, I try and evaluate how my day went, and I realized that it's only actually a bad day if you think it's a bad day. So the thing is, you have to stay positive even if things don't actually go your way. Ayun, so what I'm trying to say is, why waste your time dwelling on things when you could have been doing something productive to counteract that mistake? Basically, dwelling on things just make your day unproductive. And for 2019, I think that's the goal of mostly everyone, to have a productive year, to have a successful year. So, ayun. Rule number 1 is stop dwelling on things and use the time you have left to do something better that will make you feel better at the end of the day. So another thing that I've learned in the 2018 actually relates to the first one, is to focus on the brighter side of things. Focusing on the brighter side of things makes you feel good, makes you happier, makes you feel contented, attracts positive vibes, and overall just makes you a healthier and better person. So the third thing I've learned from 2018 is to spend time for myself. It's not that I don't spend time for myself, it's just that we have to find time, allocate a time for self-care, doing things that make us happier, so that we get to recharge ourselves for the things that actually need to be done. Another thing is to spoil myself every once in a while, because for the past few months that I've been in college, I've been spending most of my time studying, I think. All that studying is quite exhausting, and having that reward at the end of the week, at the end of the day, it just makes me more motivated to do the things that I do on a daily basis, and it just drives me to do better in school, better in life, better in everything. Spend some alone time. Being alone isn't always a bad thing. For the most part, I think I've learned that I'm more productive when I'm alone, when I don't have anyone to chat with, because in the first semester, I've always had a study buddy, which is also quite great, but after developing a study habit, I found it that I was being more productive, finishing a lot more things when I studied alone. So having some alone time just helps you reflect a little bit more and keep some ideas to yourself. Personally, I like brain dumping. I like formulating new ideas, putting ideas into paper, trying to recognize the things that I have. So this is not something that I've learned from 2018. This is something that I have been doing for as long as I can remember. And it has been a habit of mine to keep a piece of paper next to me any time of the day, because sometimes, especially at night, my brain is quite active and I think of ideas that would have a good impact in my life. For this year, I've decided to put a brain dump on my planner, and this is what I've accomplished so far. Everything I put in my planner, I always see to it that it's creative, it's aesthetically pleasing to my eyes at least, and something that I'm going to be proud of if I ever take a look back on it in the next few years. So another thing that I've learned in 2018 is meal prepping, and I found that meal prepping is quite a good way to start your day productively, because it makes you spend less time thinking of what you're going to eat, thinking of what you're going to cook. If you haven't noticed, this video is just me talking about things that make my life more productive. I don't take too much time doing things, so I recommend that you allocate a certain day for meal prepping so that you're just going to have a fixed time for thinking of what you're going to eat for the next few days. This actually is a good tip for those who stay in dorms, who's away from home, because as a college student staying in a dorm, my biggest problem has actually been thinking of what I'm going to eat for a day. And it's stressful because, I don't know, it's a big problem for me. In the middle of the day, I always think, ano kayang kakainin ko for dinner? Ano kayang kakainin ko for lunch? Ano kayang kakainin ko for breakfast? And that takes me quite a long time to decide, especially because I'm very indecisive and kuripot. That's the word. I've learned this 2018 that distance makes you appreciate people more. It makes you realize who your real friends are. It just makes you realize who you can trust and who you can actually rely on when things get rough. Right now, I'm studying college in Manila, and my boyfriend is still staying in Batangas. And the first few months, it was actually quite difficult adjusting to having a long-distance relationship. We used to see each other every day, every week. When you're used to something, it's quite hard to adjust. But I realized that when you're in a long-distance relationship and you see each other at least twice a month, every three weeks, you cherish the time you spend with them more, and you don't take that time for granted. I've also realized this year that at the end of the day, you're only actually going to need one real friend. When you're stressed out and you have at least one friend to help you out, one friend that you can trust with anything at all, even your deepest, darkest secrets, having that one friend makes your world better. So I've learned that you don't actually need a lot of friends to be happy. You don't actually need a lot of friends to help you out when you're struggling. You just need one friend. One friend who will understand you, who is interested in helping you, who is actually concerned. Because having a lot of friends that you're going to tell your secrets to, your stresses to, is not going to help you, because sometimes they don't really care. So I think that it's okay to make friends, to make a lot of friends, but it's better to have a few trusted friends. So that is it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching and learned a lot of things from what I've been babbling about for the past few minutes. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share and subscribe to this channel so that I could be more motivated to upload, because I'm always uploading really late or every year. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.